Up until now, my channel is mostly concentrated on my repairs, upgrades, and exploits with our 2017 Flagstaff A-frame trailer. Well, our 2014 Coachmen Freedom Express trailer has been feeling a bit ignored. So here's a quick tour of what it is, what we've upgraded in it, and why we love it. So let's hop to it. Back in 2018, my wife and I decided to sell our Class C RV and go back to a towable trailer. After searching through a bunch of different floor plans, we found one we both thought would be perfect for us, the 233 RBS. We were attracted by a lot of its features, including the rear bath, the front queen bed, the U-shaped dinette, the kitchen island, and its best feature, the opposable slide-outs. It is less than 25 feet in length and weighs under 5,000 pounds, so it could be towed with the Jeep Grand Cherokee we had at the time. Also, the construction was aluminum frame with Azdel and fiberglass panels. Azdel is a plastic composite sheeting that's bonded to the inside of the fiberglass, and it's rot and mildew resistant. After a short search, we found this used one for sale a few states away and bought it. Since then, it's been on many adventures and we've never been disappointed in owning it. The outside storage is one large pass-through compartment that holds all of our gear. It can get a bit cramped, but it is sufficient. One mod I did was to add upgraded lighting in here, as the 2014 model only had a single bulb 12-volt fixture over the passenger side. I replaced it with a twin bulb and added a second light inside the other door. The trailer's twin axles are set fairly wide apart from each other, and that helps make it more stable while towing. Naturally, I replaced the cheap tires that came on it with the Goodyear Endurance tires, and I also added a wireless tire pressure monitoring system. Overhead, there's a large powered awning that covers most of this side, and we use it all the time. Another thing I like is the cylinder located at the top of the door that holds it in place and prevents it from slamming into the kitchen slide-out. Around the back, I added a rear camera system. I like being able to see what's behind me as I travel down the highway, and it also comes in handy if I have to back into a spot. The camera system I chose is hardwired, and since this trailer wasn't pre-wired for it, I had to open the bathroom interior wall to run the cables. At the hitch, I cut the camera cable and soldered in a 2-piece connector so I could connect and disconnect the system every time I hooked up to the truck. If you want more details, let me know in the comments and I will do a video on how I did the installation. I attached the hitch receiver to the back bumper to carry our bike rack. I understand that Coachmen rates these bumpers to carry extra stuff, but I didn't want to risk it, so I installed these bumper reinforcement brackets that I found off Amazon. They may not be necessary, but they weren't expensive or hard to put on, so why not be extra safe? On the side for the hookups, I installed a tank wash system in the black water tank, and I will tell everyone that if you don't have a system like this on your trailer, you absolutely should. Regular flushing is the best way to keep your black water tanks clean and odor-free. Another thing I always add to any RV or travel trailer is a slide topper. My son and I installed this one in less than 2 hours. I like not having to worry about sticks and debris jamming or tearing at my top seals every time I use the slide. Unfortunately, the top of the kitchen slide is too close to the large awning, so I couldn't fit one over it. So let's go inside and check out the interior. Mrs. Hoptwit likes that the refrigerator is right inside the door, which is really convenient. It's only a 6 cubic foot model and it operates on propane or 110 volt power. I would have liked it if it also had a DC option, but it doesn't. I did add 2 computer fans and a thermostat in the refrigerator roof vent to help circulate air, and it does a pretty good job. The fridge and freezer run colder than before, and I can actually keep ice cream partially frozen even during the hot summer days. I also made a small fan to help move the air around the fridge compartment. I tapped the 12 volt power off the door light switch so it activates whenever the refrigerator is powered up. The bathroom is also easily accessible, even with the slide in, and we have used it in an emergency while we were on the road. It's fairly roomy and even has enough floor space to dry off and get dressed after a shower, which is something a lot of trailers in this size class don't have. I added this wooden shelf for extra bathroom storage, and I replaced the vent fan with a larger, quieter computer fan. This fan does illuminate blue while running, so it also acts as a night light for those late night trips to the bathroom. The shower is tall and fairly roomy, and I upgraded a couple of things in here. First, I added a better shower head, and then I changed out the shower controls. Originally, I had one of those cheap plastic dual valve units that I could never get adjusted right. This unit works much better, but it does stick out a bit, so you do have to be careful not to bump into it while you are showering. If we look into the main living area, you can see that with the slides in, there's little chance of using any of this space. But if I extend the slides, that's when things get really nice. You can see here that I added pieces of tread grip tape to the slide sidewalls and roof to help the weather seals properly deploy. Later model years changed from smooth sidewalls to textured, which helped do the same thing. The kitchen slide extends about 17 inches and the dinette slide goes out about another 37 inches. When extended, the interior width is almost 12.5 feet. And this smaller trailer now gets the roominess that rivals travel trailers much longer in size. The control panel area is located just outside the bathroom. We like the factory installed dual source water heater that can be run either on propane or 120 volt power, and it works great. The ceiling mounted AC is ducted, which gives a nice even airflow. The U-shaped dinette is roomy and converts into a fairly large bed for the grandkids. There is storage under all of the seating areas. I upgraded the foam in the seat cushions with a denser, more cushiony foam, which makes a nice difference in seating comfort. The entertainment center has a TV that can be viewed either from the living area or swung around to face the bedroom. One of the first things we did was upgrade the smaller TV with a newer, larger unit, so I had to modify the cabinet a bit to accommodate it. The kitchen area is nice to work in, but when we first bought this trailer, we were a bit disappointed in the lack of natural light in here. Not a problem, because I contacted Forest River and they gladly provided me with the roof structural plans. Using them, I was able to cut out and install this new roof vent. This helps a lot with both lighting and ventilation. There's a decent amount of counter space, but I added more work surface with the stove cover I fabricated. Our trailer didn't have one when we bought it. Underneath and above, there's a lot of drawers and cabinets, and there's even more cabinet space under the island. There's even a spot for a kitchen trash can, something that I've always been missing in my past rigs. The two outlets make this a very usable prep area. The double bowl sink is large and deep and originally came with a one-piece cover. This was nice for workspace, but it was very inconvenient as it blocked the entire sink. I bought a plastic cutting board and made it into a half sink cover, so now you can food prep and use the sink at the same time. One thing about smaller trailers is there's never enough cabinet space, but the 233 RBS doesn't have that issue. Take a look at this pantry. This cabinet is large and deep and holds all sorts of groceries, storage containers, extra towels, and whatever else we need the space for. Another upgrade we did here and in the bathroom were to replace the overhead lights from incandescent fixtures to new LED lights. They are much brighter, run cooler, and use a lot less power. A nice feature is the sliding pocket style doors that separate the bedroom from the living area. We've previously owned trailers with just curtains that separate the bedroom, and these wood doors are much nicer. In the bedroom, it's not super roomy, but it's very adequate for us. The bed is a queen size, and we added a nice 3-inch gel swirled foam memory topper that really makes the bed much more comfortable. Like everywhere in this trailer, there's more storage in here. Each side of the bed has a nightstand and outlet with a vertical closet and an extra top storage, and there's more overhead compartments. There's even a nice amount of storage under the bed. So that's a quick tour of our Coachmen Freedom Express 233 RBS travel trailer. If you want to own one too, you will have to buy it on the used market, as they stopped producing the floor plan in 2017. It's really a shame, as this layout with just a bit of tweaking gives you a lot of room and capacity in a fairly lightweight small frame trailer. Thanks for watching. Please high-five the like icon, jingle the notification bell, and please consider subscribing. I've got a few new things that I'll be posting soon, but until then, keep camping.